Hey everybody, Eagle Run 23 here. Long awaited video. I've been so excited to show this to you and it just came in. We have the brand new 34mm from Tract Optics. Let's get this out of the box. So this is the 34mm. Of course, we got it in MRAD and it's the 4-25 by 50 big boy optic. Before I show you the optic, head over to eaglerun23.com. Make sure you're subscribed. There is also a link pinned to my link tree. Hop on there, become a subscriber, enter your email address. You'll get exclusive deals that are just for our Eagle Run 23 subscribers. So check this beefy thing out. Holy cow. I cannot wait to go see what this looks like. I have a couple of Tract optics. If you haven't heard of Tract, you've got to try them. You've got to try the Tract. Tract is a very unique company. They're putting out premium quality stuff, but they are direct to consumer. So they've really cut out that distributor price range, and really you're buying an optic that should be retailing for much higher than what it is. And when I say it's premium quality, it is premium quality. You will love everything about the way it touches and feels. And this brand new one with a huge 34mm tube is no exception, I'm quite sure. So in the box, you of course get the optic. You've got your zero stop ring, a little Tract cleaning cloth, and of course the big sunshade for the end. And it comes with little covers, and that's what you get in the box. This optic is on loan to me from John over at Tract. If you are interested in this, please check it out. I do not have an Eagle Run 23 promo code. Stay tuned because I hope to get that set up with them, and you guys can take advantage of some exclusive Eagle Run 23 deals. So some of the advantages that you get with the big 34mm tube, this is the extreme long range version of the Tract optic, and it is 47 mils of adjustment in this guy, which is amazing. If you get the MOA version, it's 160 MOA. So 47 mils, 160 MOA. So in this video, we're going to be going over some of the details, some of the things I like, and the first impressions. I'm going to tell you all the specifications of this optic and kind of tell you why I have it and what I'm going to use it for. And then in the next couple of videos, we're going to get it mounted up, and then we'll ultimately get it out on the range and see what we can do. I have some big plans for this optic, but those plans have changed. Stay tuned till the end, and I'll tell you what my plan is for this optic. If you get the MOA version, it has 160 MOA of adjustment in that giant 34mm tube, which is awesome. I got the mil version, or the MRAD version, and it is 47 mils of adjustment. So applications for that, obviously extreme long range, that's kind of their intention for this. Having all of that adjustment really allows you to accurately get on target way out there. This would be great on anything from a guy who's reaching way out with a 22, obviously the drop of a 22, the drop of an air rifle. Those are all things that would be good for this. I'm not doing any of those things with it though. I'm going to be putting this on a rifle that I'm going to be trying to go out to a mile with. So those long distances, having all that adjustment in a quality optic that tracks up and down smoothly and perfectly and will go right where you tell it to, is a big advantage. It also has parallax that dials all the way into 15 yards. The controls here are smooth and consistent, just as if you would want them to. It's a firm hold, but it's nice and smooth, and it just goes exactly like you think it should. That really goes for all of the moving parts of this. Very satisfying, consistent clicks, just the way that they're supposed to move. And the way these turrets adjust, sometimes when I'm dialing a little bit, I'll leave this up because I know I'm not going to bump it because it's not really a hunting gun. So I'll have this up and to get my dials, I might leave it there and then pop it back in when I'm set. And of course it does have the zero stop ring, so you can install that and get that set exactly the way that you want it. We have illumination. And my favorite feature of illumination, it might have been on the Tract optic that really got me spoiled on this, but they have this set just like it should be, where it's off and then level 1. and then off, and then level 2. This is fantastic because some of the optics that will go 1 to 10 or 11, and then you have to go all the way back around in order to find the off location. This one has an off location after every single dial, which all of them should be like that. That is just the way that it should be. In the MOA and in the MRAD, you're getting a Christmas tree style reticle, which helps with that fine tuning adjustment, precision, and long distances. The German Schott Glass, high definition, and it has all the coatings, extra low dispersion, and perfect for long range, keeping things crisp and bright all the way out. As we mentioned, it is 4 to 25, and it has a 50mm objective lens, and the eye relief is in the 3.5 to 3.6, 3.8 range. The eye relief is really something that I like about Tract, and one of the reasons why I will be putting this on a gun that has a different optic on it. So this guy is winning out over another optic. That'll be in a later video. You'll want to see what I'm replacing with the Tract. Both the MRAD and the MIL have etched glass. It's designed to allow the shooter to measure those targets with that Christmas tree reticle. It works perfectly with a .04 MRAD floating center, and it does, when you have that real fine dot on there, it doesn't obscure the target while you're getting over the top of it. I didn't really realize how much of a problem that was until I started shooting further and further out and having all these different scopes with different zooms on them. A couple of my optics now, when I go back to them, I'm like, holy cow, I can't even see what I'm shooting because my entire reticle is blocking what I'm shooting at. An MRAD, it is a .2 windage and elevation correction, and you can hold long range precision while also providing the .5 MRAD correction for situations where speed is an issue. The windage and elevation adjustments, they match perfectly, so you can easily just make adjustments very quick. I need to get a whole lot better at that, the quickness aspect of it. Long range shooting is new for me, and so having a tool that will do the job, and then I just have to make sure I do my part. I want all of the, if something's going wrong, I want that to be my fault. I don't want it to be my equipment's fault where I'm having to make all of these exceptions and stuff for my equipment. My equipment will be correct with a quality optic, and being able to learn how it works and get better at that. That's where the saying buy once, cry once kind of comes into play. Sure, you can pick up something cheaper and you can kind of learn as you go, but the price of this thing is not cost prohibitive. And if you're looking for something quality, being able to come back and say, hey, I have a quality piece here and I'm going to learn how to use it correctly, and know that if something is wrong, it's on my end. I recently took a long range shooting class and really learned how to use that parallax. I think I was using it incorrectly, or at least I wasn't getting the results that I should have been. And being able to have that much adjustability and get it focused in and make it clear is really cool. All the Tract optics have this gray coating, really helps it stand out, and you know exactly what you got. You can see all across the range that it is a Tract optic. Very definitive styling there. So it is a first focal plane. That's what you want when you're doing, this type of shooting that this thing is designed for. Plenty of options for mounting. We'll go over the mounting hardware later. I believe John did send me a mount for this that will go on the gun, which you're gonna have to wait to see. And it does have a sunshade. I'm running the sunshade on my other optic, and I don't really know if it's necessary. I'm usually shooting under a covered spot, so it might be a little unnecessary, a little extra added weight, but of course that's not very heavy. This thing is made in Japan with that really crystal clear Schott Glass. And it does have a diopter back here that allows you to adjust from +2 to a -3. As I'm getting older, I'm realizing that this is important. I think when I was younger, seems like my eyes didn't really care where this is, but I do need to adjust a little bit in order to get it crystal clear. And this moves nice and smooth, just like it should. It is purged internally with argon gas. Its overall length is 13.5. It weighs 39 ounces. Some of the other specs, it is fully multi-coated. It's got that illuminated reticle, and it takes a CR2032 battery with 360 hours at a medium intensity. I found out about this optic a couple of months ago. I was kind of waiting to get one in. John said it was going to be awesome, and I can't wait to see it for myself. It's here, and we're going to get it mounted up on something cool. So let me tell you a little bit about the gun that it is going to be going on and what our plans are for the future. Originally, this was going to go on one of our bolt actions. You guys have heard me talking about the bolt actions. We're going to be doing some home-built bolt actions. Some of these new RIM 700 bolt actions that are coming out on the market, they're going to be a little bit friendly to us DIY home builders, and I'm really excited about that. Unfortunately, none of them are here yet. And so the last time I took my 6.5 Creedmoor out to shoot, I was very frustrated with the eye relief and getting comfortable behind my Vortex optic. Now I have a Tract on my Grendel, and my Grendel right now is my favorite gun. Had a hard time getting comfortable behind that Vortex optic, and I think it was because I was getting really used to shooting the Grendel with the Tract, and it's so forgiving back here with the eye relief and getting squared up behind it. I just fell naturally behind that optic, and I struggled time and time again with that Vortex. And I think early on, maybe some of the Vortex was, hey, I spent a lot of money on this optic. I really think that it's going to be awesome. But now that I have more experience with more and better options for optics, I think that I'm a Tract fan. I love the way that one works. I have no reason to think that this one's going to be any different, and I can't wait to get it mounted up on that 6.5 Creedmoor. So temporarily, we'll put it on the 6.5 Creedmoor because we have a goal this summer of getting out to 1 mile. I mentioned a couple of months ago that our goal in 2023 was going to shoot 1 mile. I found a couple of places around me here that I can work on that. We're going to continue to work on that, and so far the gun to do that is one of the only guns I have that can do it. Would be the 6.5 Creedmoor. It is an AR-10 build. It's the one that you guys have seen before. We've made some modifications to it. It has a big Vortex on it, the PST one, and I think I'm going to be removing that, and I don't know what it's going to go on because, again, I wasn't very comfortable behind it. But for now, this is going to go on there. We're going to try to get our mile with it. After that, I was told I can keep this for a little while, so we might try it out on some other bolt actions. Hopefully it's going to be in July, maybe August, before we get the bolt actions in and kind of get those builds going. I was hoping that this would come at the same time that the bolt actions were ready, but we're waiting on those bolt actions. So if they let me keep it for a little while, although I'll tell you, John, if you're watching this, I'm probably going to keep this, and I will be sending my payment in. Even though I haven't used it yet, I'm pretty confident that I'm going to love it. So that's the plan for this for now. We're going to get it on the 6.5. We're going to go shoot 1 mile, and then we'll see what else we can put it on with some of the bolt actions. The elevation availability of this would really make it excellent for an 8.6 blackout. You guys know we're a big fan of the 8.6 blackout on this channel, and being able to put that gun with this optic would really allow me, because that bullet drops quite a bit in subsonic. That would be really cool to see how far out we could get with that 8.6 blackout with all of the elevation that we have in this. That would be pretty cool. But for now, we kind of have a game plan. Let me know what you guys think. Have you guys tried the Tract before? Have you tried it? I know you've heard me saying that I love it, but I would love for you to go over to Tract, click on their website, and see what they have to offer. I have a couple of their optics that I've purchased in the past, and I'm excited to try this one. I also have another Tract optic that you guys haven't even seen yet, so make sure you're subscribed, and I'll show you that one here in the next week or so. Head on over to eaglerun23.com. You can grab some stickers and make sure that you join our email list. All right, guys, thank you for watching Eagle Run 23. We'll see you next time.